Happy Feral Monday, my friends. I have a vision. So I have the idea of this as a base with a pink transition with a pink and blue duochrome on top. Ooh, also, patience is truly a virtue. So remember when these came out, I went and purchased 3 shades. The brand just sent them to me. And listen, this is the one that I originally wanted, but they were actually out of it at the store when I went. I just need to be patient. These, if you're ever wondering what I do with all of the makeup, a lot of it because of what I do for so many years, I'm always researching, and I do keep quite a few things, and I do not have the collection that you would imagine because I do donate to women's shelters, of course, my friends, anybody that wants makeup, but mainly anything unopened goes to women's shelters. That being said, these will definitely be donated. The other 3 that I purchased, I want to keep for reference anyways, because it helps me understand undertones within the brand. All that being said, when I went to Ulta to purchase them, they didn't have this shade, and this is my perfect shade. I'm talking pretty daggum perfect. Look at that. And that's it dried down, and it just disappears into my neck. That is incredible. Now I'm happy. I'm excited. We get to give this a fair shot. It's nice to know that there's a perfectly cool shade and that it's labeled cool. This shade is L1 Cool. And we love that because it's actually cool. So we're going to use this foundation today. And then we're going to do our wild blue and pink. That's where we're at today, blue and pink. I'm going to start with clean canvas, but I'm only going to apply that. And if it gets on our lid, that's going to be okay. We'll just tidy it up a little bit later. But that's going to go from our socket, the crease, to our brow bone. And I'm using the cream concealer brush from the Essential Travel set to do this. Nice. We're already headed to Makeup Town. So these palettes are so good, and I love how small they are. But I'm going to consider this blue black because of how pigmented and dark it is. And what I'm mentioning there, and what I'm trying to mention, I should say, is that notice I'm using a very small brush. I really want to focus this in the socket. You're going to see it come out of the socket, but not too far. We're going to start to transition with the colors. We're going to go to purple to pink above this. But for right now, I really want to deepen up the socket. So we're going to use the side of the brush, pack it in here, and the E27 just fits in these smaller areas so perfectly. So that's why it's the one I like to reach for. Really, really build that up. Look at how intense that is. Ooh, so pretty. My face is my canvas. I just love makeup so much. I even love it at this stage. It's just, I love it. Now let's grab Sheila. Give it a nice little wipe. Perfect. We're going to switch to a shade above that. We're going to grab this shade. But listen, we got to grab it on the side because where we're going to be where we're going to be working is now a flatter surface. I'm not in a socket. So we're going to grab that purple on the side and we're going to start to transition right above where the blue stops. I'm going to work in very small sections, grabbing some more of the purple. Whee! And we're just going to keep tapping until we get a really nice transition all the way across. And I work in the sections, grab the same amount of purple, build it up there. Oof. That is a transition right there. So what I'm gonna do next is I grabbed this shade, grab it on the side, and that goes above the purple. We wanna make sure that this doesn't tap into the purple or the blue too heavily. But we want it to just ever so lightly melt into the very top part of the purple. And we're gonna work in these smaller sections again. Grab some more of that same pink, bring it over this way. If you're wondering where Gene is, he's in his granny's room today. He wanted to stay with his grandma. But don't you worry, if you listen closely, Douglas is snoring for us. Grabbing more of the same shade. Bring it over this way now. Now, to finish off our transition, the final blend, we're gonna grab the pastel palette, also from Bake Up. We're gonna grab that shade, and then I'm gonna focus it very high on the brow bone. If we wanna come back and brighten it later, we can, but taking it up this far just ensures that perfect seamless blend. Still using the side, still tapping. Grabbing a little bit more. Again, let's focus it there. That way we don't apply too much on this part of the transition. Nice. And then I'm just gonna keep doing this till it's blended to where I want it to be blended. So I just filmed myself putting this on, but IG would not upload it, very upset. So I talked about wiping off the sides. I already have some on, but I still want it to be a little bit more tacky. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I have my C31 right here ready because we still need to even it out. And we wanna do one eye at a time, again, because we need it to be tacky, but we also need it to be perfectly smoothed out. It's very important. Ooh. We excited? So I think that this is the color I want to put on top of it. Yep, because see, it has a little, it's got blue and the pink, and that's, let me get myself together here. Let's grab it on this brush. I'm excited. So this is from Magic Makeup, and that's just gonna go right on top. Wait till you see it with that camera. This is exactly what I had envisioned. I'm trying to decide what I want to do in terms of liner though. I don't think I want to do any. It's so pretty. This looks so cool. Whee. So instead of doing a sharp line, recently, I've just been into kind of a blurred edge. It's just a season. It could go back to a sharp edge for me tomorrow. But I just feel that I'm really into a very melted in instead of a very harsh line. That doesn't mean, I never want y'all to feel that something is in. Makeup is art, it's personal, it's whatever makes you feel just your best, or whatever that may be, whatever the feeling that it gives you, and it's a good feeling, just go with that. But I'm gonna take my fluffy brush. It's gonna need wipe now. This is the one that I still need to find out who Pat McGrath's assistants are, because I want to know, because they were using this brush. Wipe it off, and then I'm gonna fade here. I'm gonna come back. I was saying, I'm going to come back once we get our foundation on. And I think I'm going to bring the pink all the way around and kind of encase the blue. My eyes are literally glowing. They don't even look real. I am going to take a little bit of that micellar water. It's almost dry. I'm talking a wispy whisper. And I just find that it just melts everything together. And I'm really into kind of a watercolor effect right now. And that's exactly what micellar water does. IG is not cooperating today. Maybe it needs an update, I should check. But I did this blue on my waterline. This is from Kiko Milano. I thought it was gonna be absolutely perfect, and I'm gonna do it top and bottom. And I think I'm just gonna put on a lash. I kind of wanna ever so lightly darken my lash line just for some intensity, but I don't wanna do a wing. It's getting close to cereal time. I'm also going to use another one of these from Kiko Milano. These are really nice. These are made in Italy, y'all. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do a couple dots. That's a really good way. If you don't want to lose control, just do a couple dots. And then I need my E26. I'm just going to connect those dots now. that's all the definition that I wanted. I didn't need a lot, just a little bit. It does make a difference. So we're doing the Moon Gleam lashes today from Raquel Beauty, but I do trim them a little differently. And as soon as I get a new pair out, I'll show you how I trim them. And then you're gonna see that glue, that's completely normal. I'm letting this one get acquainted with my eye. It really makes a difference. Nice. I will be right back. I was just informed that it is cereal time in the house. It's time for cereal. I'm gonna go have some Special K. Be right back. I'm back. I get some water sips with my little salamander. Oh my gosh. I am a sucker for a glass straw with a critter on it. I'm trying to decide if I want to do bronzer. I think I want to do this bronzer. I haven't tried it yet. It looks like it's going to have some more luminosity, even be a little less pigmented than the one that I normally use from Kiko Milano. So let's see. Oh, ooh, yep, that's exactly how I imagined it. I think that's where I want to go, but we're not there. Let's try out the foundation. We ready? Let me get this just right. Now, this is a really boring tip. But if you have a liquid foundation, give it a really good shake. Even if it's brand new foundation, just get in there, give it a really good shake. I even shake it for about 30 to even sometimes a minute. I know it seems a lot, but it really it's important. Things settle. It's completely normal. Now I already tagged it earlier and told you the shade, but I'll do it again. So let's see what happens here. I know it matches. Now we can actually give it a review. And I'm just happy that they have a cool shade. This is a lot, but remember, we're testing, we're checking things out. I don't know what we gotta whisper about it, but we are. And now I'm doing this into my phone. I'm gonna have to scoot my phone over to give a prognosis here on the situation. It's giving light coverage right now. I don't mind that. That's something I would probably reach for. I scooch these back. Oh, that's chaos. There you go. All right, so now we got some here. I don't put as much on my forehead. Very expressive there. Most of us are, so I try to use smaller amounts there. Feels completely weightless. I'm gonna put some more on to see if we can build it up a little bit more. So let's do that. Gotta look into the mirror, hang on. You can definitely build it. It's gonna give light medium coverage instead of light. So light to medium. It's not, I don't think it can go to medium. I don't think it has enough pigment for that. But I do feel like this is something I would reach for. This is my everyday style. Now I know y'all, a lot of times y'all see me go very heavy here, but if I'm going out, just, you know, well, technically I would wear this out. But say I just want to do my makeup, this is a formula I would reach for. I'm going to keep y'all updated on the wear test, but so far, this is right up my alley. I'm just happy for the cool tone. And I love the applicator. Now we can watch this blend out together. And you absolutely don't need to apply this much. This is just me really testing it out, seeing where it goes, seeing if it can handle being this heavy on the skin. It's all just preference. I'm into it. I'm gonna add a little bit more just like I did on the other side, just add it here. You know what, before I move on from the foundation, it actually feels more like a gel. It has a gel consistency and feel on the skin. Think of a gel moisturizer, how lightweight that feels. So I feel like it's gonna be good for just about all skin types. Gels are usually enough for balance to dry, like my skin, and then they're not too much for oily combination skin types. So I really see that depending on the skin prep you use with this, most skin types really could wear it. Now to continue our watercolor, we're gonna grab an E29 And I'm gonna take, what you saw me do was pick up foundation. I'm even afraid to pick up foundation off the back of my hand. And I actually don't have any because I just put it on. So I just want almost non-existent amount because I don't want to dull the brightness, but I still want to melt just the very top part and kind of bring that back a little bit to my skin tone and undertone. And this just makes such a difference. So again, I'm gonna grab, do a little melty. I think one of my signatures with eye makeup is I like it to be very intense, very wild, but then I also want it to kind of melt into the complexion. And that's something that I have taught and something I learned a very long time ago now. Now, I don't have any concealer on this eye. I'm gonna teach you how I did this. I love this eye look so much. So back in with our Kiko Milano liner that I've listed already. Okay, just get in there. We need a lot of it. I'm gonna use a very tiny amount of my hourglass because it's very, very full coverage. But I need that. I don't need a lot of it, but I need that level of coverage. Okay, stay with me. Grab an E29 to blend this because I'm not doing this the way, we're gonna use our regular concealer brush, but right now I'm kind of turning this into a transition, and a fluffy brush is going to do this because it's not going to cover it up completely. I'm going to be able to diffuse. And then I'm going to let this slide run out so you can kind of continue to see that transition come through there. So then we're going to grab our normal concealer brush. There it is. Finish it. Blend that down through here like we always do. And then we're going to grab the pink that we started, the pink that we ended with. We're going to use that wet concealer kind of as a tacky base. And tap that, bring it all the way across. I need to use a little less once we get around here. There you go. We just wanted to kind of capture the blue and the purple. Pink powder is just going to be fantastic with this. Look at this. Mob Beauty finally came out with a pink powder. So excited. Look at how pink it is. Okay, we're going to even that out. It's not going onto my hand. It's going into the puff. It's just even now. Now I'm going to go ahead and start to set. Ooh, not too pink. Nice and brightening. Nice and smooth. Clean formula, of course. Ooh, that looks beautiful. And then I thought it would tie in really nicely to the pink floating around our eye. In fact, I'm going to grab some on the fluffy brush, the tiniest amount, and make sure that's very even across the brush, and I'm just going to go all the way around. Whee! Love it. So now we're doing the Kiko Milano Silky Glow Bronzer. It reminds me of Hourglass. I wonder if it's similar. I wonder if the Hourglass is baked in Italy. So these are going to be baked powders. Usually anything with a swirl like that is baked. It's more pigmented than I thought, which is a good thing. Good Lord, these eyes look like a filter. I love makeup. We still got to do an inner corner highlight, so you better be strapping on that makeup seatbelt. Whew, choked up a little bit too high on that brush there. There we go. All right, I will be right back. I forgot that I wanted to use this with this eye look. It's gonna be perfect. This is a new shade from One Size. I'm very excited for it. It will definitely work on my skin tone for sure, but I'm gonna use a light hand with it because this is gonna be so beautiful on medium tan, deeper skin tones. So it's so exciting. And what you're seeing here is you're still seeing quite a bit of blue in there, but it's the very, let me show you. It's this, but for deeper skin tones. And I just think that that is fantastic. And this is going to be beautiful, especially with this look. So excited. So obviously this is going to be incredible on deeper skin tones. I went so light-handed. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 10 out of 10 for me. And I just love that there's, like I mentioned, that version, but for deeper skin tones. I love it. It's gorgeous. And I will be wearing it, but for someone with our lighter complexion, I'm talking. So I did put on the highlighter from the blush palette. Let me swatch it for you really quickly. I'm about to move on from it. But the way that I applied it, I didn't apply it like that. I applied it with a fluffier brush, so I would get more of a diffused sparkle in a sense. See how sparkly it is? I just think it's gorgeous. But I also want to add my favorite highlighter in the whole wide world. This one just has more of a pink base to it. A more, see this? You can see how much lighter that is. Oh, but then it's transparent. Oh my goodness, look at it. Whee! This is my favorite. Listen, I need to buy more of these before y'all sell them out. So give me just a second because I want more of this particular color. These are $4.50, made in Italy. Incredible quality. This shade is cold brown and that's it linked right there. Please, if you're looking for a true cool tone, I mean, this is cheaper than Maybelline. This is also the same type of lip liner. This one's just shade number 19. And I'm gonna go in the center. I love this so much already. And then I top that with my, I think this might be my favorite gloss of all time. The way that it glows on the lip is just, it's on another level. It's just so pretty to me, and it's from JCatBeauty, and these are wildly affordable too. All right, this might be one of my favorite looks I've done. I love it. I hope you love it. Actually, one of y'all pointed out that this might not be a look that most of us would ever do, but to see the transition in these colors was a really good visual. And I feel a lot of times we still learn a lot from Feral Monday. Had I done this transition in our classic, normal, just our neutral tones, sometimes we're very used to it and we don't get the full effect. But when we do it in intense colors like this, you really, really learn. So now you can see how I was holding the brush, picking up the product, placing it, the small taps to get that seamless transition. And you can take from this extreme and add it to your everyday. Now, I'm gonna get some of these little tiny baby hairs under control. And then I'm gonna go finish my videos and get a little shot with back camera. By the way, I love this. Now, you'll have to wash your hair once you use it. This is for my dirty hair days, but I love it. I even love to take it on my ends and really shape them a little bit more. I curled this way earlier, but you can see how nicely it just kind of slicks everything down. And you can just do this with it. I use this constantly on my dirty hair days. I love this. And I also want to remind you that these tutorials, they go on for a very long time, but in this tutorial of teaching, I have filmed 4 other videos within this video. So if you're ever thinking, good gosh, she takes forever, I am a multitasker. Because I'll be sitting here and I'll think, oh, I want to show you how to use this product. Oh, this is doing this. I want to show you this. So I'm filming a million different things in one video. Plus, I'll take this off and then film more. I hope that you all enjoyed today's tutorial because I certainly did. Definitely posting tonight. Don't know what I'm posting, but it'll be something fun and something helpful. And in case nobody has told you today, I love you so much. And I will see you in the comments tonight.